is a podcast about The Office, so of course I have to relate it to The Office somehow. And I don't know why this popped in my head, but I felt like it was a good idea, and I'll torture you with it. So there's a game called, I don't know if it's a game, but a thing called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. And I don't know why I was reminded by this, but I just was, and I was like, holy cow, I need to relate everything to The Office. So I'm going to start doing 6 Degrees of The Office loosely. Well, 6 Degrees of The Office with the asterisks of what I can find on IMDb. I didn't want to waste too much time. Oh my gosh. Sorry for that alert. I didn't want to waste too much time on, because I actually took notes. I have a notepad out. I was taking notes on this. So it's 6 Degrees of The Office, asterisk what I can find through IMDb. I didn't go too deep on the research. So I stuck with, I did 5 of the main characters from The Incredibles 2, and how they relate back to The Office. So the first one was Craig T. Nelson. He played Mr. Incredible, the father, the husband, the main character. So Craig T. Nelson was in a movie called Blades of Glory, which starred Will Ferrell, which played D'Angelo on The Office. When Michael Scott first went off, he was the regional manager that took over for a short period. He wasn't a permanent character, but he's on for a couple episodes, so it counts. That's the first one. Second one's Holly Hunter, who played Elastigirl. Holly Hunter was in a movie called The Big Sick. Starred Kumail Nanjiani, who was in Silicon Valley, which is another show I need to get into, but I think it's like on HBO or Showtime or something like that. Who also stars Zach Woods, who played Gabe Lewis on The Office when Saber took over. He came from Florida, the tall guy, Gabe Lewis. Next, Sarah Vowell, who played Violet, the little girl with invisible powers, the daughter. She was in a show called Bored to Death, which had a few episodes that were directed by Paul Feig, F-E-I-G, Feig or Feig, I can never pronounce it right, who also directed 15 episodes of The Office. Another connection. The fourth one, Huck Miller, who plays Dash, the kid that can run fast. So this one I had to dig deep because he only had 2 or 3 credits on IMDb to his name. He's a kid, so he was in the Lego Incredibles video game. Obviously, because he's the voice of Dash. There's a voice actor in there named Jeff Bergman who did a voice, who actually did the Mr. Incredible voice for the video game, who did a voice for the cartoon Uncle Grandpa. And in Uncle Grandpa, there was another voice actor named Carlos, I cannot pronounce it, Alazraqui. Not even going to try to pronounce it. Who I always remember from Reno 911. And I just blanked on what his name and it was in Reno 911. But he was always, he always wore the glasses. I can never remember. I can't remember his name. It wasn't Junior. Garcia. He played Garcia on Reno 911, which also starred Robert Ben Grant, who was a writer, who was Junior. He's the one who also always wore the sunglasses on Reno 911. He was a writer on all the Night at the Museum's movies, and the Night at the Museum's movie starred Ricky Gervais, who did the original Office, the British version, and is a producer on the U.S. version of The Office. The last one, Samuel L. Jackson. I thought this would be easy because Samuel L. Jackson has been in so many movies and so many credits to his name, but it took me a while to figure out the connection. I thought it'd be I'll have 2 clicks and that'd be it. And there's probably a lot more connections, a lot more 6 degrees for him to connect back to The Office, but this is the one I found. Samuel L. Jackson was in I don't know how to say this, Peregrine's House for Peculiar Children. I butchered it, oh well. Which also starred Chris O'Dowd, who was in Bridesmaids. And Bridesmaids also starred Ellie Kemper, who played Aaron in The Office, who became the new secretary. when Pam had left, to join the Michael Scott paper company. Her name, yeah, Erin. Who, what's his name, fell in love with? Every time I try to remember something, I always forget names. This is me getting older. I cannot remember names. Andy Bernard fell in love with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fell in love with Erin. So that's my 6 degrees of The Office. I'm going to try to do this with like every movie I see or every show or something like that. Try to relate it back to The Office. It'll be my new thing and I'll be famous for it and everybody will let me know. But that's it. It's my weekend movie edition / 6 degrees of The Office. So thanks for listening. Enjoy yourselves. It's summer. Turn off the TV, go out there and have fun. Or take the TV with you. You know, go to the beach and watch The Office on the beach. Who knows? But thanks for listening. Peace out, guys.